Hello my gorgeous Leos, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my beautiful, special and very powerful Leo, and it's for March 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Leos, and it's for March 2019. Most certainly this is going to be the month of unfoldment, which is going to bring you the whole new perspective, and the whole new perspective is going to bring you the whole new focus, and that focus this time it's going to be crystal clear, and it is going to have a direct impact on a certain problem, on a certain situation that was very stagnant in your life, and it has been stagnant for the last 7 months. Now there is going to be a wonderful unfoldment indeed. When it comes to the actual number, you have got number 3, and it's all about a certain conclusion. It's all about a certain problem finally coming to an end. And this certain problem, it's not only going to come to an end just like coming to an end, it is going to be the conclusion that you're going to have, and that conclusion is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and it is not only going to be directly connected to your situation, but it's also going to be directly connected to the situation, to the people around you as well. This is going to be absolutely brilliant because your results are going to be satisfactory, and this is just going to have a wonderful healing effect on you and again on the people around you. What else I find quite interesting this month is the fact that there is a whole new motivation going to come through. It seems like you are going to look up to the right person, you're going to come across with the right person, with somebody who's going to say something to you, somebody who might have said something to you already. This is going to become very significant this month, and which means that there is the whole new motivation that is going to come through, and this is going to be the absolutely right type of unfoldment, right type of the motivation, because it's going to make you certainly very successful. It's going to readjust your journey, readjust your path a little bit, but that's absolutely exactly what you need. The bottom line is that there is going to be a really powerful and very significant progress that you are going to have this month. Also, the certain family member, the certain person who means to you a lot is also going to have a certain progress that is also going to put a big smile on your face, and it's something that was like kind of maybe making you worry a little bit about a certain person. I have seen this certain person before, and I'm seeing this person now, so there is going to be absolutely something really good actually, and that is also, as I said, is going to put a big smile on your face. When it comes to the actual health, I can see that you are actually, the energy wise, it's going to be good this month. It's going to be really nice, because you're going to feel like the energy wise, to start with, you're going to feel like really good and very energetic indeed. When it comes to the ailments, like ailments that you haven't seen an improvement so far, like ailments that have been like kind of there for a while, there is going to be an improvement, and that is going to be really good for your balance immediately. But on another hand, I can only see like a little bit of like a sore throat, a little bit like a painful area when it comes to the actual sore throat and your head, which means that you're going to be prone like a cold and flu symptoms this month indeed. So I would highly suggest to like kind of what I normally suggest to people, to take like echinacea and take echinacea, the actual herb, throughout the month. So I highly recommend to take echinacea in a tincture form, which is much better and it gets into the bloodstream much quicker, and in my opinion it's much better. But then you can take it like in a capsule form where there is like a dry echinacea inside. It's entirely up to you, but I really think it's much better to take it in a tincture form. If you're on any other medication, you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to talk to your GP or to talk to your doctor and see whether you can take this. But I highly recommend this because echinacea is one of the most powerful herbs to actually boost your immune system, in my opinion, indeed. On another hand, it's a strong dose of vitamin C that you can take. Maybe natural form would be much better, like an acerola powder. Acerola powder, cherry acerola powder it's called, and it's organic powder if you can get, and just take like a 1 teaspoon of that, mix up in a little bit of water and just drink it. It tastes a little bit sour because it's a completely natural product, and also when you put in like a little teaspoon, it ends up with having little balls of like herbs that you have to break up with a little bit of a spoon, and it's really easy. It's not a problem really, and then you just drink it. So this is the combination that I would recommend to actually take for like a cold and flu symptoms, and especially when it comes to you, my beautiful Leos, and especially when it comes to March 2019. Now when it comes to the actual first date that I need you to pay attention to, the first date it's actually going to happen on the 1st of March. The very 1st of March is going to be bringing a good news to you, good new realization, and it's all going to be about a certain fairness, and it's all going to be about certain justice. You know, it's just something that you've been waiting for, something that was there for quite a while, for maybe it could have been within the last couple of years at least, and is the situation that is going to resolve in such a way where you're going to realize that you're having your own justice, and that's absolutely brilliant. It could have been just someone trying to make some kind of decision for you. Maybe it was some kind of a court case. However, it is going to be really, really good, and then again, that is just going to bring you the whole new option, and also there is the certain advice that you are going to receive through this particular situation. That advice that you are going to end up with is also later on going to be really life-changing, and also the second stage of this particular situation that is unfolding now, it's going to be very significant on the 11th of November 2019. This is just the beginning of something really special. This is just the beginning of something really big. This is the beginning of a really important unfoldment when it comes to new plans, wishes, and new beginning indeed. And also there is the new relationship that is going to start happening this week, on this particular day. There is some kind of person that is going to become really significant later on in your life. It's going to become really significant here. Okay, now the second important day, my beautiful Leos, it's actually going to be on the 15th of March. Now the 15th of March is like, ooh la la, there is going to be like a really wonderful success and wonderful gain that you are going to have, and that gain is also going to come from you or overcoming obstacles and challenges, but also there is going to be absolutely important negotiation that you are going to have on this day, and you're going to end up with so much more that you would normally end up with, because it just happened on the 15th of March, and it's going to be like a very sacred day when it comes to your negotiations. So if you do have some kind of negotiations and you're waiting for the particular day, particular time, particular moment, I would suggest you to have it on the 15th of March, because 15th of March is going to be your day. The energies are going to be absolutely perfect, and as I said, you're going to end up with just so much more indeed. Okay, what else is quite good to have when we have a certain negotiations and things like that, to have something like a black tourmaline. You see this beautiful baby comes with like a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. And I highly recommend you to wear like a black tourmaline throughout March, and April also is going to be quite significant, because on one hand you are going to be protecting yourself against all sorts of negative energy. Spiritually you're going to be very strong, but spiritually you're going to be very open, and also you're going to be kind of having a certain negotiations that are going to be very powerful and very significant for you, and that's why it's also very important to kind of protect yourself with something like a black tourmaline. Okay, and I highly suggest you to actually get this. Okay, now the third important date that I want to recommend to you, my babies, is actually going to be on the 27th of March. You see, the 27th of March is going to be like a little bit all around the place, because it's just like it's going to be like a little bit of like a stroppy maybe feeling that you're going to feel on that day. You're going to feel like maybe unusual on this particular day, but just to make it like to put a sugar on top, it's just basically going to be sugar on top. I don't even know if you say this, but like put cherry on top or whatever, you know, just make up my own words as I go along. But it's just that basically there is going to be like on top of that like some kind of like a setback that you're going to have, because you're going to be disappointed with a certain person, and the fact that you're going to be so disappointed with a certain person is just going to change like kind of ways you see things, you receive things, you perceive things, and that in itself is just going to change your way of thinking about yourself and about the immediate future a little bit. But then don't get too paranoid or scared or anything like that, because this is going to be quite a good situation, because you are the one who is actually going to gain the most out of it, because you're just going to start feeling rather creative indeed, or you're going to feel very creative indeed, and that is just going to bring the whole new energy in you, within you, which is just going to kind of open up the whole new pathway here for you without you even realizing. This is going to be a new stage, new area for you here that is just going to start manifesting without you even realizing. So this is why this is so important. So on the 27th of March, I said you're going to feel a little bit weird, you know, but then again, it is just going to awake the whole new creativity in you. So whatever comes up on this day that is very unusual, that but you're not too sure what to do about it, I suggest you just go for it. Whatever becomes available for you this day, whatever manifests around you, this is going to be your sign that you really should have to go for it. Just watch this space. Okay, so now, going to the first part of March 2019, the first part of March of 2019, it is all going to kind of be about your relationships, you connecting and reconnecting with people that you haven't connected in a really long time, and there are going to be some people that you haven't heard from in a long time, and your paths are going to cross again. It may not even be like straight away, like, you know, that you're talking directly, but you may see them somewhere, you may hear them somewhere, you may dream about them. These are all going to be the little signs that there is going to be like a certain reconnections that are going to happen in your life, which are going to be very important to you, and is going to be very important to your life and your current situation at the moment. What else I was going to say, the very, very good time and very good realization when it comes to your own personal enterprise, when it comes to your financial situation, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to like if you are looking for a job. Now this is going to be that time when it's really important and you're that step closer, when you're looking for the step in the right direction, like maybe some kind of promotion or something like that. This is going to be very significant time, because not only something is going to come through forward, but you're having a strong stamina here. You are going to go through the situation where you're going to feel a little bit powerless. Something is going to happen, and you're going to find yourself being the part of the situation where you're going to feel like you're a little bit tested. You just go for it. Just remember my words, you are going to surprise yourself, and that in itself is just going to bring you something completely new into your life. An indecision that is going to happen, because you're going to be kind of uncertain what is going on and what to do next, but that's absolutely perfect, because this is going to be your own path to success. There's a little confusion that is going to last, and the confusion that is going to last is going to stem from you being indecisive, and that in itself is just going to be your own victory, mental clarity, because there's a very, very, very big realization that you're going to have here, big realization that you're going to realize here, and that in itself is just going to be your own path towards your own victory and mental clarity. The whole new synchronization is going to come through and kind of come forward. There are other people in your life that are also going to be very important when it comes to you and when it comes to the certain changes in your life. Okay, now the second part of March 2019. Now we are talking. Now this is a lot to do with your own personal projects, with your own spirituality, with your own spiritual journey. This is all about you feeling recognized, you getting recognized. This is all about your recognitions of your idea, recognitions of your ability, and it's just going to be on top of that. Also, it's going to be the realization that you've done it right, you've done it really well, you're doing the right things, especially those things that you were uncertain, especially those things that you just kind of bored with. Now it's all going to make sense why. It is all about your own efficiency and power, generosity and balance. There's a wonderful balance that is going to come through, and someone is going to tell you something, going to give you a really nice advice, really powerful advice, somebody really amazing, somebody who's really high up in your world, you know, and you're going to realize in order to change your life, in order to be happy again, perhaps you're going to have to make a certain abandonment and cut something out of your life, something that you felt passionate with, and something that the passion is not there maybe anymore, perhaps. And it's a lot to do with you kind of thinking, it's a lot to do with you just kind of facing this different stage and different area of your life, which is going to make you realize that you just have to kind of like work a bit more on your practicality and security when it comes to your like maybe money, financial situation. But when it comes to like looking at the bigger picture, you have to like kind of, you know, you're just going to realize that you have to kind of prepare for things, you know. Now the third part of March 2019, this is where I really like it, because this is when you're going to feel really happy, this is when you're going to feel really ecstatic, and this is when you're going to realize that there is something really good going to happen when it comes to your finances, and you're going to be able to do something that you wanted to do for a while. In a sense, you know, it's like a certain reward that you wanted to do, but you were waiting for the right financial situation and for the right situation to happen, but and the certain unfoldment on things. But however, this is just going to come and stem like kind it's gonna come like it's gonna manifest in you feeling really happy, ecstatic, really good, brilliant, good energy, very healing, very powerful indeed. And it's all because of you gonna realize that you are on the right path. You know, you did the right things, and especially the particular thing that you were so worried lately, whether it's the right thing or not, because it's good. It's the big decision that is gonna come through as well, connected to this, and it's all going to come, you know, like as you being really happy, as the big wish coming through, coming forward. I'm so excited for you, Leos, because most certainly this is going to be your month. You know, but just right at the end of March, you know, it's all going to start making sense to you, and something really unusual is going to happen, something bizarre is going to happen, and you're going to find yourself being part of the, like a really strange situation where you wouldn't normally be part of the, you're going to find yourself being a part of the situation and surrounded by the people who you wouldn't normally be surrounded by, and all at the same time, that is just going to kind of require from you to do something, and you will do this, and that's just going to be like really out of ordinary, out of ordinary for you, extraordinary, a bit unusual, but that's exactly what you need to do, because that is in itself going to be an important turning point, important wheel of fortune that you are going to have. And that wheel of fortune that you are going to have, it's going to be probably one of the most important bits, most important parts of your life that happened in the last 4 years. In the last 4 years, this is going to be a really important turning point that you are going to have, that is going to result in you acting in a certain way, acting slightly different than you would normally act, and that in itself is going to bring you the whole new stage, the whole new idea, the whole new prospect, the whole new direction. Absolutely amazing. I can see you feeling like being on top of the world. I can see you feeling really happy, and I can see you being really happy with yourself, because you will realize in order to do the really big step, really big change, you know, from here to the next step, you know, of your life, you have got all the resources that you need. You have everything that you need. It's absolutely brilliant. There is a challenge that you're going to need to make, and that challenge that you're going to need to make is also going to be connected to the home, to the luxury, to the certain culmination, to the certain living some kind of maybe house, maybe home. It's very, very strong challenge that you're going to be facing, and now you just need to go for it. The things are going to be good. The things are going to be absolutely brilliant, and the things are going to work in your favor. Any challenge that you have, you just go for it. Every time if you feel like a little bit like a nervous, or you're not too sure what to do, just remember, go for it, because you've got a beautiful angel wings behind you that you can't see, but they will help you to fly throughout March 2019. And this is exactly what is going to happen anytime, every single time you face a certain challenge or something like that you're unsure about, but you know you need to do it. Just go for it, and use those wings. Okay, and also, you know, by the time you get to the last part of March 2019, there is going to be like a big change when it comes to your home, and this is really, really good. This big change is going to be good change. This big change is going to be significant change. This big change is all going to be about getting the balance back, getting the happiness back, getting the whole clear picture back that maybe before wasn't as clear, because there were certain things that happened that made it a little bit muddy, or made it like a little bit like uncertain when it comes to the certain people in your home, immediate home, in your family, certain people around you. But now there is going to be absolutely beautiful change that is going to have a wonderful reflection on you and on the people around you, but it's also going to give you the whole new optimism that is on another hand going to give you the world of possibilities that you can actually do. And the end of March is also going to make you feel very, very close towards like making a really, really, really big change in your life. And this is all going to stem from this particular situation, and you will see exactly what I mean. However, this is going to be good. However, this is going to be full of optimism, and however, this is just going to be most certainly your time, Leo, indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you babies who are actually in relationship. Okay, for those of you Leos that are actually in relationship, I'm going to shuffle these cards now, my babies. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. For those of you Leos that are in relationship. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. You need to work on the certain problem. You need to work on the certain problem. You see, it looks like this is going to be the month of unfoldment, but of the month of the unfoldment and the month of the like a new direction, the month of healing, the month of conclusion. Okay, so I'm not surprised that when it comes to you, beautiful Leos, and when it comes to the couples, there is going to be like a really big turning point here. Okay, and the turning point is just going to come from the actual beginning of the understanding and also reaching towards enlightenment. Very important stage for the couples, very important stage for the couples indeed, because it could be maybe you were just arguing and it wasn't good, and now there is going to be fantastic understanding. Maybe things didn't work out, and then it's going to be like, you know, reaching towards enlightenment, you know, and things like that. However, it is going to be the good time for the couples, because whatever the situation is, however things happen, however things develop, by the end of this month there is going to be the whole new stage, and it is the bottom line is that there is going to be the beginning of understanding in between the two people, okay, and reaching toward an enlightenment. So this is really important, because however things are going to go where they're meant to go, things are going to resolve themselves, and by the end of the March, you know, 2019, you know, your relationship is going to go on the whole next level. Perhaps there were certain disagreements, certain negative points and things like that that you had in between each other, that it was unresolved and you were just waiting for the right moment, and this is just going to be the time of unfoldment when it comes to those negative issues or certain issues that you might have had, and now it's going to be the time to sort them out, and they are going to be sorted by the end of the month, because there is going to be an enlightenment that you're both going to reach. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you Leos who are single. Those of you Leos that are single. Those of you Leos that are single. Okay. And it's for March 2019. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is the beginning of somebody really interesting, you know. It looks like, you see Leos, my babies, it looks like you're going to start like some kind of activity or something like that. It looks like you're going to be like some kind of part of something that you haven't been part of before, when it comes to the certain situations, when it comes to the certain activities and things like that, because there is the beginning of something really wonderful about to happen here, beginning of something really important. Lots of people are going to be around you, quite a few people are going to be around you haven't met before, you haven't seen before, and one of them is actually going to be very significant. There is somebody very sympathetic that is just going to start manifesting in your life, and you're going to like them, you're going to look up into them, you're going to really like their energy, you're going to like the way they look like, you're going to like the way their life is, you're going to like something very interesting about them, but in particular there is something so strong going to be around them, there's something so strong going to be about them, and that is just going to attract you like there is no tomorrow. You're going to like them, you're going to feel very much so close to them. This is the person that you're going to meet, you've never met before, and it is just going to be like somebody that you think like, oh, he's a wonderful person, really nice talker, really nice advice, somebody who's giving really nice advice, somebody who's really honest, somebody who's really practical, somebody who has got a right balance, work-life balance, somebody who's a spiritual, but it's also very successful indeed. So there is going to be somebody who's going to show you some kind of sympathy, and after that moment, after that time, then there is something very special that is just going to start, something very special that is going to be born there, in between you, then and there. Something very sympathetic situation is going to make you like kind of friendly, and this friendliness is just going to become loyalness, and then it's just going to start unfolding from this moment onwards. You may not be aware who this person is straight away in March, but this person is going to start manifesting themselves in March around you, and it's going to start being like a friend, like on friendly basis, and then from that it's just going to turn into something like ooh la la. Okay, so get ready to do those activities, Leos. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos, Leos, my beautiful, special, spiritual, powerful Leos. I love you to bits. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Okay, my gorgeous Leos, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.